Evening everyone. I am Mamnata Basum. I'm a BA student currently pursuing psychology first year. I belong to Golconda Degree College for Women's Golconda, Hyderabad. And for today's seminar, I have selected a topic named phobia. First of all, what is a phobia? In case few of you are unaware of this, let me introduce it to you. A phobia is an extreme or irrational fear of something. Now moving on, when was phobia discovered? Well, the phobias was discovered in the 19th era and was later on carried by a South African man in the 1950s named Joseph Wolfe, who later paved the way for later advancement in this. And it's just a normal question. Have you ever wondered how the people or how the victim of such phobias feel? Well, they feel like choking, they feel dizziness, their mind goes blank, they go numb, they feel like their heart rate starts hitting to the point their heart rate starts beating very fastly, you can say, and in some cases they even get unconscious too. So let us move towards what are the phobias that I have mentioned in my list. Number one is acrophobia. Acrophobia is not that common in India but is very common in America. Acrophobia is fear of heights and it is curable. And number two is aerophobia. Aerophobia is a fear of boarding in plane or traveling to the plane. Such victims can get unconscious too, or their body goes numb, they feel nauseous too, but it is also curable. Now moving on towards organophobia. I know a person like that. Let's name him an X. So organophobia is an extreme fear of spiders, and in such people of this have two ways to cure themselves. Number one, they are either faced or confronted with the images of those deadly spiders or creatures, you can say, or they can be witnessed or they can be confronted by the real ones. Yes, they can be confronted by the real ones. There is a kind of therapy that helps them to get over their fear. Now moving on towards astrophobia. Astrophobia is a fear of lightning or thunder. It can affect all the ages, such as young and old. And number four is autophobia. Autophobia is a fear of being lonely. Even uncomfortable places such as your car or your bedroom or your home. People or victims of this tend to fear that of lonely places. If they get lonely, they just start getting scared. People or victims of such types tend to depend on other people in order to feel themselves comfortable. Now moving on towards claustrophobia. Claustrophobia is a fear of confined places. Imagine you are locked in a dark room which is which has no way to get out or you cannot escape it. How would you like to feel? Such is the condition of a claustrophobic person. They feel like suffocating and they feel dizziness. And now moving on towards hemophobia. Hemo means blood and phobia means fear. Hemophobia is a fear of blood, and this can be getting serious. Like if the victims didn't get specialized treatment, they cannot overcome this, and this can in turn affect their health. They can even die out of it. Now moving on towards hydrophobia. Hydrophobia is a fear of water and it can be developed by insect stings. Now moving on towards the rare, I repeat it again, moving out towards rare phobias, and this is alcatrophobia. Alcatrophobia is fear of chickens. They are just and the word is derived from the Greek word alkatro, mean rooster, and phobos mean fear. Now is hepathophobia. Hepathophobia is a fear of touch or fear of being touched. Such phobia can develop in certain situations. For example, this phobia can be developed by the people who were sexually assaulted. Now is chyrophobia. Chyrophobia is phobia of cold weather or cold conditions. Such people, there are certain people who are just afraid of extreme cold weather, and some are afraid of extreme cold weathers also touching cold objects. Now is catoptophobia. Catoptophobia is the fear of a mirror. Yes, they feel like they are being watched by someone else. They are threatened that they could die or someone wants to kill them from the mirror. It can be very dangerous and it is very harmful for the mental health of a victim if not reached out for a specialized doctor for it. Now is chromophobia. Chromophobia is one of the rarest phobias which I had no idea about, and it is the fear of colors. People of such phobia tend to distance themselves from the colors. They just close themselves up whenever they notices some colors. And now, well, it's an end to my seminar, but what I have learned from this is there are this seminar or this project I could say has introduced me to a different part of world that I was unaware of. I mean, I knew that there are some phobias, but I didn't know there are so much phobias. I have also come to learn or understand the psychological feelings of a person who are the victims of such phobias, who what kind of situation they will be in, what kind of treatment they feel, or what are the feelings when they are faced with their fears. This project forced me to push my boundaries, push my knowledge, and this project was indeed very fun, educative, and very inspirational to me. And it was a very new project for me, something that I didn't do in my previous classes, you can say. It was very nice project, and it was very informative too. With this, I will be leaving. Thank you for having me here.